Hey everybody, welcome to the Big Llama Show. I'm the Big Llama. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a movie reaction channel, and on this channel, we react to first-time movie watches. Essentially, I get to watch the movie for the very first time. I give you my comments as I'm watching the movie. These all are edited for YouTube, of course. And then immediately following, I give you my full, unedited comments. What am I thinking about this movie the minute the movie ends? I don't have time to process. I don't have time to think about it or analyze it.
Don't think. Feel.
I just give you my thoughts at that exact moment. Now, immediately following that, I also look at IMDB Trivia. I like to look at the box office, the trivia, all that good stuff about the movies, because I like to dive deeper into the movies. Guys, if you have not read the description or seen the thumbnail, we are going to be watching the 1962 movie Dr. No. We are starting the James Bond series on this channel, so it's going to be a wild ride. There's a bunch of movies. There's lots of actors, Daniel Craig, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Sean Connery, Lazenby. We've got a bunch. I know Pierce Brosnan. So we're going to go through their movie series, but I may not do them consecutively. I'm really trying to figure this out, how I'm going to do them, because there's a lot of movies, and the channel can just get filled up with James Bond.
Do it! Just do it!
One thing I won't be doing is some of the Roger Moore movies. Now, I have seen Octopussy, which I know, Juvenile Llama makes me laugh. For Your Eyes Only. And I think there's one more that I saw, and Moonraker. So needless to say, my experience with the James Bond movies comes from the Roger Moore era. I don't think when I watched them, I understood them exactly. I didn't understand what was going on. I was very young when I watched these movies, but I do know that there's a formula. In James Bond movies, there is a formula.
This is all following a formula.
There's an eccentric bad guy, so there's always going to be an eccentric bad guy. At least that's what I'm thinking. The soundtrack. There's always a James Bond song, and that song is either incorporated in a movie or is a part of the introduction. So I do know that. There is a Bond lady or Bond woman, Bond whatever. So there are certain tropes and things that I think happen and occur throughout the Bond movies, which make them fun, exciting, interesting. So I can't wait to get into this. So again, this is the first time I'm ever watching the Sean Connery one. I knew Sean Connery was James Bond at some point, but I've never seen any of his movies. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get into it. Guys, before we do, if you like this channel, if you like this type of content, please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you support the Big Llama Show. That's how you do it on my YouTube channel. Check me out on social media. If you want to talk with me outside of YouTube, check out my social media channels. I'm always available. And guys, there is a merch option if you like the Big Llama Show hoodie just in time for Christmas, and we have Christmas shirts also available. It is that time of the season. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Before we do, as we always do, you know what we're about to do. We need some high quality H2O for our viewing pleasure. And guys, grab snacks, grab drinks, grab whatever you want while you watch this. And guys, let's get right into it. The 1962 movie starring Sean Connery, the start of the James Bond franchise, Dr. No. I'm gonna see you on the other side. Here we go. This theme music is epic. Dr. No, baby, Dr. No. Okay, this is interesting. This is very weird, the Three Blind Mice theme.
My managing director is a creature of habit. There's a call put through to me every day about this time. Yes, you must.
Three Blind Mice from me. Oh! Ain't so blind now. Oh, this was a hit, baby. Damn, they got that dude quick.
Over. G7W London. G7W London.
Ooh.
Receiving you. Over.
Oh. Man, these dudes are slick. These dudes are just collecting bodies. Is that a file? Okay, so they got a file on Dr. No.
In the MI6 radio security control.
MI6.
What was it? W6N Kingston, Jamaica, broken contact, sir, just after they came up on routine transmission.
All right, we lost connection to Jamaica. Okay, so we started in Jamaica. That's pretty interesting.
Sylvia Trench.
Bond.
There we go.
James Bond.
His theme song playing in the background.
Now.
Iconic. This is awesome.
Excuse me. Thank you. You'll forgive me, but it's most important. Thank you.
Oh, she is hot for Mr.
Bad
Bond.
you have to go.
My number's on the card.
Is there, will you?
Money Penny.
James, where on earth have you been?
Jamaica went off the air tonight, just like that. Right in the middle of the opening procedure. I want to know what's happened to Strangways.
Okay, so we got our mission. Go to Jamaica.
Take off your jacket.
Oh, here we go. Bond gadgets.
You carry a 00 number. It means you're licensed to kill, not get killed. And another thing.
Oh,
Since
wow.
I've been head of MI7, there's been a 40% drop in 00 operative casualties, and I want it to stay that way. Any questions, 007?
No, sir.
All right, then. Best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
There. It's too bad. Just as things were getting interesting again.
You got a few minutes. You got a few minutes, Mr. Bond. I know that James Bond is a debonair ladies' man. I will say, though, I will say something about this movie. I'm watching the from Google Play the 4K version of it. Holy shit! It looks great. The crisp quality of the picture. I mean, it's from 1962. Looks amazing. And I love the way they interweave the soundtrack throughout the movie.
Taxi.
Mr. Jones, chauffeur from Government House, I've been sent to get.
Well, that's fine, Mr. Jones. You can drop my luggage off at the hotel on the way. You just take care of the bags.
Yeah, he knows what's up. Oh, he's gonna call and check on that guy.
By the way, have you sent a car to meet me?
Car? I didn't think you wanted an official reception.
Quite right.
Oh, he got the drop on these bad guys. You can't be slick with James.
Where would you like to go to first, sir?
Oh, Government House, but I'm not in a hurry. Just, take me for a ride. You always drive this fast? I told you I wasn't in a hurry.
Man, we got a sweet car chase. Hit it quick, hit it quick. Shit, that car almost flipped.
Mr. Jones, talk fast before your friend doubles back. Get out. Move! Keep your hands where I can see them.
James got bloody knuckles, though. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, what is that? It's like a cyanide tablet?
English, motherfucker! Do you speak it? Yes!
Make sure he doesn't get away.
I think he's dead.
Cyanide in a cigarette?
Cyanide.
Yes, I'd like to meet the last people to see Strangways.
One.
And who were the others?
Professor Dent.
Metallurgist runs a test laboratory.
Well, we'll start with those.
Want them brought in?
Lord, no, I want to meet them socially.
So, okay, well, we got this, like, murder mystery, right? Obviously, we want to figure out who's taking Strangways. Fascinating. I love this shit.
One medium dry vodka martini. Mixed like you said, sir, and not stirred.
Thank you.
Anything else, sir?
No, that's all.
Very well, sir.
Mixed, like you said, and not stirred. So it's a long ways from shaken, not stirred. Yeah, beautiful Jamaican mountainside.
Name, Quaddle?
Maybe. Supposing you start the conversation. Now, how's about it?
Oh, you just pulled a knife on James? Damn, he took care of those folks.
Up slowly and face that wall.
Gently, bud, gently. This is Quarrel. He's been helping me.
No hard feelings, I hope.
Only a sore hand. Glad to know you, Mr. Bond.
That's Puss fella. He owns the place.
I hope he cooks better than he fights.
You can always find out. Well, nobody died from my cooking yet.
He just dissed that dude's cooking.
Strangways and Quarrel check the offshore islands.
You found nothing?
Not a thing.
Where did you look?
Just about most everywhere.
Run along, freelance.
You'll be sorry. You'll all be sorry, you rats.
You'll be sorry. What is she? Who is she working for?
Look, you were talking about Crab Key. What's so special about it? Why can't we go over there?
Oh,
Yeah,
Puss is a
exactly.
Chinese character. He won't allow anyone to land.
Know about this Chinese gentleman?
Nothing much, except his name. Dr. No.
When they say the title of a movie in the movie.
Oh shit. Okay, so Crab Key's got Dr. No, our villain, or at least the title of the movie. I love that they're weaving in 3 blind mice in the soundtrack when these guys show up on screen. Oh.
Can I see them?
Well, no, I threw them away.
That's suspicious.
Well, have you any idea where he found them?
No, he didn't say it.
Crab Key, perhaps?
Definitely not.
Thank you very much indeed, Professor. It's very kind of you to spare me so much of your time.
You're very welcome, Mr. Bond.
Oh, James Bond knows what he's doing. He tipped this guy off.
I've got to get a Crab Key.
I can't take you. You know the procedures.
Is this Crab Key? Oh, that's well fortified.
Sit down.
Oh, shit.
I came to warn you.
Warn me.
Tell you.
This guy's very, very secretive. We're 45 minutes in and we don't even know who he is.
Good night.
Good night, Mr. Bond.
Man, these girls are checking out Mr. Bond. He's a good-looking dude. Oh, is that the tarantula? Oh, hell no. Ugh. Somebody get that. Nope, 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 nope. Ugh. I love that the stomping of the spider went to the rhythm of the beat. That's awesome. And yeah, I would have exited the bed just like James Bond, except I would have been probably a little bit more spasmatic. Spastic.
Bonnie, listening at keyholes?
I wasn't listening. I was looking for those files. No, I have the afternoon off.
Well, there's a coincidence. So have I. Why don't you show me around the island?
He does go for it. He just like goes for what he wants. I gotta admire that.
Those samples Strangways brought back from Crab Key were radioactive.
Bad professor or poor liar?
And I intend to find out which.
You see, there's a dragon.
What?
A dragon.
Native superstition. Started by Dr. No, probably.
Oh, mother of dragons.
Oh shit.
All right, Quarrel. We don't want to force you to do anything.
Oh, Mr. Bond,
She kicks that foot right up.
why don't you collect me at my apartment? And 2 miles further
Is that an
on,
Aston Martin?
on the left, Magenta Drive 239.
Oh no. Oh, right off the side of the mountain. Those are 3 blind mice? That's actually a nice practical effect right there. That's pretty awesome.
I think they were on their way to a funeral.
He's so the catchy one-liners weren't from Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was from Sean Connery. He said they were on their way to a funeral. That was so 80s action-esque. This is the originator of it. I knew it.
Oh, of course. I just didn't expect you here so soon.
Oh, you didn't think he was gonna make it. That's the problem. You didn't think he was gonna make it. You're in on the detail. You're in on the setup.
I'll just go and put some clothes on.
I don't go to any trouble.
All right. I'll try and keep him here for a couple of hours. All right. I'll have to go now. All right. I'll call you later.
All right, James, get you some. Yeah, James has to know something is going on.
What's going on?
Forgive me, book her, Superintendent, will you? And, be careful of her nail varnish.
Oh, she spit right in his face? Oh, hell no.
Professor, I'm behind you.
Damn, Professor's a stone cold killer.
It's funny, I thought you'd turn up sooner or later.
Oh, man. James Bond is in love. She is a vision, though.
Stay where you are.
I can assure you my intentions are strictly honorable.
No, they're not, James. No, they're not.
Honey, Ryder.
How do they know they're there?
Come on out! We know you're there. We've been expecting you.
Yes, I have.
There's no
He has a
dragons,
great
guys.
hearing
There's no
loss,
dragons.
Short tail and pointed wings. Look what they've done. It's all your fault.
It's pretty genius right there. No, 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 no. All right, you're getting out for closer to the island.
Nice already. Those are dragon tracks. Oh, look. That's where he breathed.
Oh, there's the dragon.
If that ain't a dragon, what is it?
The dragon that runs on diesel engines.
Scare off the locals with that fake-ass dragon. No! No! Oh, man.
Drop that gun.
Coral got it, man. Oh, that sucks.
Stay where she is. Keep an eye on the man. And be careful. We've been in the swamp and they're contaminated.
Well, let's have some breakfast.
How can you eat at a time like this?
Because I'm hungry.
Exactly.
We'll get the chance to eat again.
He gives the best lines, the best one-liners. Here we go, the big reveal. And this is kind of like an Austin Powers. He opens the door and there's a shadow.
$1 million, Mr. Bond.
Oh, here is
You
Dr.
were wondering
No.
what it cost. As a matter of fact, I was. Forgive my not shaking hands. It becomes a bit awkward with these, a misfortune. You were admiring my aquarium.
Okay, so it is an hour and 27 minutes of this movie. And we're just now, obviously we've seen the shadows of Dr. No. We've seen glimpses of his hand. Now we get the villain reveal an hour and 27 minutes into this movie. Certainly interesting and keeps you intrigued throughout the entire movie.
Glass is convex, 10 inches thick, which accounts for the magnifying effect. Not without cost. As you see. Yes.
So he lost his hands with from radioactivity.
The Source had our organization puzzled for some time.
They are still puzzled, Mr. Bond.
Oh, I won't. I'm staying with you.
I don't want your hair.
Right.
I agree. This is no place for the girl.
No.
Bye, Honey Rider.
No.
Oh, shit.
It's a Dom Perignon 55. It would be a pity to break it. Step to prove our power.
Our power?
Our power.
With your disregard for human life, you must be working for the East.
I'm a member of Spectre. Spectre?
Spectre,
Special
okay.
Executive for Counterintelligence, Terrorism, Revenge, Extortion. The 4 great cornerstones of power, headed by the greatest brains in the world. Usually when a man gets in my way.
Damn, that's some grip.
But you are different. I haven't finished with him yet.
Soften him up. Oh! James, you're getting a beat down. Oh, shit. Knife edge chops. Let me get up there. Oh! He electrified that vent. Jesus. Smart move. Oh, ho, ho, ho. All right, I'm assuming that that's going to be electrified too. All right, so he's out. He got out. Oh. Because I realize now, only because of the way the set looks, that this is the same set that, not same set, but like the inspiration for the Austin Powers set for Dr. Evil, I guess, comes from Dr. No. Because it's almost identical. Like, it looks crazy how it like popped in my brain that it was Austin Powers. Obviously, this came first. Even down to the giant globe in the middle of the room. Okay, so they're gonna try to foil the rocket plan.
What are you doing there? Get
on the gantry. Chang, you had one job. So James, you gotta stop it. You gotta stop it before they launch whatever they're launching. Oh, he's gonna put that bad boy past 25. Oh no! You're gonna blow yourself up. Damn! Oh, get them out of there. Get out of there. Oh! No. You cannot climb, my friend. Is she there? Is she okay?
Where is she?
Number 12.
Show me.
Oh shit, the island's gonna blow. You gotta get the hell up out of there. Discarded that man. Oh, just in time. Oh no. That's good practical though. Good practical effects. Oh, this boat's a rocking. Don't come a knocking.
Well, now that you're here, you'd better give us a tow. Throw us your line.
Oh, where's she going? Although they're going down below deck. Don't let go. Filmed in Jamaica and at Pinewood Studios in England. There we go. We finish with the vintage song. All right, so that's James Bond, Dr. No, the 1962 movie. Let's talk about it. All right, Lamination, that's my reaction to Dr. No, the 1962 movie starring Sean Connery. It was the first in the James Bond series, Ian Fleming's James Bond, the 007. And you know what's great about this movie is that it takes its time to kind of world build a little bit on a little bit about, James Bond as the spy, establishing, MI6 and just kind of understanding what his role is and what his job is. it's pretty clear in the movie that, you've got these missing, intelligence agents who were taken out like ruthlessly. But I want to call them the Three Blind Mice, because that's how they sort of described them, and that's the song that they played when they were there. And they were pretty they were pretty like formidable adversary. And Dr. No, again, eccentric, and he had this elaborate island built with its intent to ruin and to sort of deflect the spaceship that was being launched to the moon. All things that were very, very relevant and poignant at the time in 1962. Now, I would say this, the one thing I would say about this movie is it does take its time, and it goes back, it harkens back to the 60s and 70s. We're a time of allowing movies to progress and do what I would call a slow burn. Not in a negative way, but depending on how you watch movies and what you look in for movies, sometimes that world building, sometimes that sort of extra scene or the small nuances can sometimes be considered a little bit lengthy. But in this one, again, you're establishing who James Bond is. You're seeing that he's a gentleman spy, and he gets the ladies. Oh, good looking ladies up in this thing. One thing I thought that was very interesting, very, very interesting, is how much Austin Powers took from these movies. Like almost everything that you see, and I know it was an homage to the spy thrillers, the James Bond movies of the 60s and 70s, but man, it was right on the nose. I did make commentary that an hour and 27 minutes into the movie is when we finally see Dr. No. I think that's a good thing. He's an ominous presence from the beginning of the movie, and so I kind of like that. Less is more. Once you figured out who he was, he's still a ruthless villain, but a little more eccentric and a little bit, kind of, over the top. But again, I will say this. I did not speak a lot in my commentary. So this is going to be one of my least talkative reactions that I've done, because I honestly was just trying to absorb, the world that they're presenting. There's things you have to listen for when it comes to spy movies, clues and background, and so a lot of it is observation. Not my usual talkative self, but I was really into the movie. I was enjoying it. So my first foray into Sean Connery as James Bond, I enjoyed his performance. He is pretty straight up. And interesting the way that he plays that character and the voice structure, knowing what Sean Connery really sounds like and seeing the accent that he put on. It was very, very interesting. I'm kind of curious how this continues to build in the next installment. But again, I enjoyed it. I think it was a formidable and awesome, entry into the spy world of James Bond. Like I said, now I will say this: it was in pristine 4K remastered. I got it off of Google Play. It was the 4K version, and they did update the visuals on it, and it looked amazing. Some of the practical effects were very, very well done. And some things didn't age too well, but again, it's 1962, and they did a hell of a job putting together, a spy thriller that was, again, both filmed on location in Jamaica and in Pinewood Studios. So, guys, that's my commentary on it. I enjoyed it. I would give it a 3.5, 4 out of 5. I'm very interested to see how it goes for the next installment. So, guys, tell me what you think. Tell me in the comments what your thoughts are on this movie. Now, let's get into the IMDb trivia. Let's look at the nuggets information, the box office info, and let's wrap up this show. So, IMDb trivia, here we go. Okay, so I always find this very interesting, especially with perspective. You want your character, you want your hero to be larger than life. but you also want him to look larger physically. So this first bit of trivia says, all the sets and furniture were slightly smaller than they would be in reality so that Bond would look larger. Interesting perspective there. Okay, this is interesting because, being bald is something that I think back then was kind of frowned upon. But look, Sean Connery was fitted with a toupee for this film. So he had a toupee on the whole time. He had started losing his hair when he was 17 years old, and he began wearing hair pieces in films from, starting in 1958. It says here, from Goldfinger onward, he wore a full wig. In this film, he wore a dry toupee and a wet toupee for when he was doing the water scenes. Pretty interesting. Okay, and this is what I thought, that it wasn't as intricate, but this is why. It says here, this was chosen to be the inaugural movie in the James Bond film franchise, as the plot in the source novel was pretty much very straightforward, it says here. It only had one major location, which was Jamaica, and only had one big special effects set piece. Yeah, again, it seemed pretty straightforward, on the money, on the nose, but again, the world building, Moneypenny, MI6, him having, a small bit of a gadget, which was the different gun, and then obviously his wit. I mean, he understood the next move and was always ahead of the bad guy. This is interesting because I thought it was for sure, and I didn't really look closely, but I thought for sure in the opening gun barrel sequence, it's the actual actor. But it says here, Maurice Binder designed the gun barrel opening sequence at the last minute. He goes by pointing a pinhole camera through a real gun barrel. The actor in the sequence is not Sean Connery, but stuntman Bob Simmons. Connery didn't film the sequence until Thunderball, so that was going to be interesting. I could have swore each of the Bond actors has to do the gun barrel scene. This is interesting right here. It says here, Honey Rider emerging from the sea is one of the most iconic scenes in the James Bond film franchise, and something that Ursula Andress is famed to this day. Anderson admits bewilderment. It's a mystery. All I did was wear this bikini, and not even a small one, and whoosh, overnight it made it. I think coming out of the water, either the Bond girl or James Bond himself, is something that I think becomes again just a staple of the James Bond franchise. This isn't the full budget, but it's a bit of trivia here. It says the budget was only about it says here £1 million, or roughly $7 million in today's sort of estimates. But when it went over cost by $100,000, United Artists wanted to pull the plug, and fearing it wouldn't make a profit. I can't wait to actually look at the budget. And in fact, we're going to look at the budget, and then we're going to call it a night. Okay, this is interesting. The budget for this movie was a little over $1 million. So it was $1 million in that $100,000 that they went over before United Artists almost pulled the plug. So for a production budget of $1 million, it grossed in domestic box office, I guess in the U.S., was $16 million, and international box office $43 million. So for a combined total of almost $60 million in the box office, out of $1 million spent, that is a huge hit, and I'm sure why they kept rolling out films shortly thereafter for James Bond. So interesting, very, very interesting, very successful movie, and definitely launched the spy thriller franchise of James Bond. Very, very interesting information. Again, great start to the franchise. All right, guys, that's my reaction. That's my commentary. That's the trivia. That's everything I got for tonight's episode. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Again, thank you so much for watching. Again, this is one of my least talkative ones because, again, very, very interesting. A lot of details in the movie. I didn't want to miss anything. But, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribe to The Big Llama Show. That's how you support this channel. We'll be watching more James Bond Bond movies throughout the next coming months, and we'll make sure that we try to get as many of them in as possible. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Big Llama. This is the Big Llama Show, and guys, thank you so much. Be kind, rewind. It's movie night, and guess what? We're gonna see you on the next one.
I'd never lose you, baby. You're the one I keep as my prima donna, my only ruby. You are the one for me.
Yeah, I tell her, baby, you're the one for me. Never two unless you telling me you feel it too.